All right, up next, Jusant. I don't know exactly how to say it. I think it's French, a French team. You know who it was? It was Don't Nod, I believe, and they did Life is Strange, which doesn't really seem like they go together necessarily. But Life is Strange was pretty cool back in the day. It's kind of like a what's that game called? Like a Journey type game, where it's mostly about the aesthetics and the experience, and there's like no real dialogue. It's just one character, and he's climbing up this impossibly huge mountain, basically, on like the ocean floor that's been fucking totally drained in like a drought. You know what I'm saying? He's got this cute little creature who rides on his shoulder, and you can pet it. It's pretty cute, and it like activates certain like magic fucking objects and stuff like that or whatever. You're basically climbing up this tower, and you're finding these signs of like old settlements, and you can like hear the echoes of the people who used to fill this space. Like this used to be a cafe, or you know, this used to be a fucking I don't even know what some of the other examples are other than the cafe. Maybe there's a whole bunch of cafes on the way up. I don't know. But yeah, it would give you a little hints. You'd hear like the chatter of people talking, and you'd hear like dishes clanking together. It's showing you scenes of the empty room. And so you're just getting visually and like mood wise and everything, you're getting the feeling of like this place was abandoned. And you're reading notes. Yes, it's another note fucking reading game. And there were times where I wasn't understanding what I was reading, and my impression at the end of the game was like, I don't know. I don't really know what happened, dude. I don't know if I'm not smart enough for these games. Because before I was saying, oh, maybe it's because I play it with my friend and I wasn't, you know, I was not paying attention to the note enough. And now it's like, nope, I paid attention to the note. It just didn't make sense to me. So I'm either stupid or it's supposed to be, maybe you're not really supposed to have a full grasp of what's going on. But I was climbing the mountain. I knew that much. There's a certain group of people who are trying to figure out what happened to the water. And so they're climbing up, and they're going past everyone who's climbing down. And you're following in their footsteps for some reason. I don't know who my character is because they're not speaking in English, or, you know, the story is not really being presented in that way. So I never figured out who I was, but I knew I was on the trail of these other people who were trying to get to the top of the mountain to try to I don't figure out how to get the water back, I guess. Listen, the plot wasn't too strong, but it was an experience. I said in the last game, like zen, like just fucking zoning out, looking for your next foothold. It was interesting because the right and the left trigger was your right and your left hand as you're getting like handholds in the mountain and climbing up. There were some parts where like mid-climb, you had to take a breather. You have like hooks that you can place, and that'll give you like, it'll extend some line so that it's kind of like giving yourself a checkpoint. You know what I mean? Like you put a hook in, and then you can go so far before you have to hang another one. But if you fall, you only go back to the point of your last hook. There were a couple parts that was more like puzzle, like with my stamina, how am I supposed to get to the next point? And you have to find it, handhold, or fucking enable a power or something to give you something new to grab on. And there's like 6 levels, I think. Each one did seem distinct. Like there's times where you're climbing on the inside of the structure, and there's parts where it's like really affected by like the wind and shit like that, and that's integrated into how you're able to climb and how you're able to jump and stuff like that. So I will say that it does feel diverse in the levels, but honestly at the end of the day it's just climbing. Like you're doing basically nothing but climbing. When you reach a flat surface, you can like explore and look at it and tuck into little corners and try to find collectibles and stuff like that, but you could just keep fucking just climbing, you know what I mean? That's really just it. It's really awesome to look at, get the scale and the scope. Like standing all the way up there getting fucking vertigo. It's pretty cool. The art style and everything, it was effective, it was cool. I liked the little pet on my shoulder, it was cute.